welcome back to Law Study Kid. I'm Rabia. I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer based in Toronto, Ontario, and I'm also the founder of Law Study Kit, where we help NCA students with NCA resources. If you're interested, you can take a look at our website. I'm going to link it in the description box below. Today, I'd like to talk about whether you should take unpaid articling positions. The answer is no. You should not consider taking unpaid articling positions. And this topic makes me really, really sad. And it also breaks my heart that people actually consider it. So I want to talk about it and explain why you shouldn't take unpaid work. And I also want to talk a bit about why I think people consider taking it and why it's wrong, in my opinion, to think that way. I've been asked this question many times in the past, and a lot of times it has come from South Asian women, people from my own community, and it just makes me sad that, people don't value themselves the way that they should. I certainly also didn't value myself when I was new to Canada, but I didn't take unpaid work, but there were certain instances where I felt like I could have valued myself more. So yeah, let's get into it and let's talk about it. First thing, why I think that people take unpaid articling positions. So in my opinion, I know that in certain countries, the willingness to work for free is celebrated. That you are so motivated, you're so focused that you'll do anything even if you're not getting paid for it. I have seen that in South Asian countries, and maybe it's the same in other parts of the world. I don't know. If you're from other parts of the world, please let me know if it's the case. But I know for a fact that in certain South Asian countries, if you portray to the employer that, you don't care about getting paid and you will figure out a way to make money afterwards, it's celebrated, and the employer is like, wow, like this is the person I want at my firm. And I personally think that that's wrong, and I also think that this is something that should not be celebrated. And I get why then people, when they come to Canada, they're more accepting towards unpaid work. So let me know if this is true. I've just observed it and I've heard about it, but if you think that there's something else to it, just let me know in the comment section below. Now, I want to move on to why I think you shouldn't be thinking this way and why you shouldn't take unpaid work in Canada. The first reason why you shouldn't take unpaid work is because if you don't value yourself today, nobody's going to value you tomorrow. If an employer sees that you're willing to work for free, they will never pay you the way that you should be paid. So if you decided to work for free for, let's just say, for articling term, and then they hire you, they will not give you like a competitive salary because you're going from $0 to I don't know how much. They will always keep you at a lower end because you've showed to the employer that you're not valuing yourself. And let's be honest, like for example, I'm not an employer, I'm just putting it out there. Like, for example, if I'm an employer, I like to think that I'm a reasonable person. People might disagree, but I like to think that I'm reasonable. If I'm hiring somebody for free, I need to have some sort of thinking behind it, because if I think that I want to hire somebody, I'm not going to pay them, then I have a certain mindset then, because I don't think that way. I think people should be valued for what they do. If a company or a firm does not have extensive resources, that's fine. They should at least pay you something. So any employer that you work for free, my opinion is that they're unreasonable, and they will also treat you unreasonably because this is just not professional behavior. And if you don't take a stand for yourself, and if you don't value yourself, I'm worried that the employer will not value you too. Not now, not in the future, and your growth in that particular firm might not be what you want it to be. Reason why you shouldn't be accepting unpaid work is there shouldn't be any reasons. It should just be like, don't accept unpaid work. But I'm just explaining to you, I would like people to start thinking this way, is that if you work at a firm or if you work at a company or wherever, they get something out of you. Okay. You think that you're not contributing, but you're contributing in some way to the company or a firm, or otherwise they wouldn't need you. I know that when I first moved to Canada, I had this mindset where I thought that I had no skills to offer and anything that I do is not that valuable. And then it turned out that I was the one who thought of myself like that. I thought that I didn't have much skills. But at the end of the day, if an employer is hiring you, they're getting something out of you. And you should be paid for that. Just that's it. Like, again, it's just not professional when somebody's helping you make more money. You gotta share that. You gotta share that with the person who's helping, and because you're making effort. It's not like you're just sitting at home and not doing anything. So if you are working somewhere, just know that you're helping them with something and you deserve something out of it. The reason why you shouldn't be accepting unpaid work is that you should stand up for yourself. And like I said, I know in certain countries this kind of attitude, submissive attitude, is celebrated. But I think in Canada, if you don't stand up, you will never be able to go where you need to be. People, and this is what I've seen, people who stand up for themselves, stand up for their goals, do things that they like, are the ones who are able to succeed. If you come with the same mindset where it's like, just be submissive, don't stand up for what you think is right or wrong, then the society you will not grow unless you take, like I said, unless you stand up. And I've had to learn this over the years because coming from a South Asian background, being a woman, just you're kind of taught to be more submissive, to be saying yes to a lot of things, always undermining that, like, your confidence and all of that. It has been a journey for me personally to get to a point where I feel that no, I will not tolerate what I think is not good for me. And this is the mindset that you should have as well. And you should try to stand up. If you stand up once, then the next becomes a little bit easier. So yeah, in short, please don't take unpaid work. And I've said this again, and I'm going to say that again. They don't have to pay you $1 million. They could pay you something, and they could start paying you more when you're more trained or whatever it is. But please do not accept unpaid articling position. It breaks my heart when people do it. It breaks my heart to see people suffering like that and thinking that this is what they deserve. That's sad, and I would never wish that even upon my enemy. I don't have enemies, hopefully I don't. But yeah, I just don't wish that upon anyone. So please don't take up unpaid work. Just think twice before any step that you take. Does it make sense to you? Is this right? And if even like 10% of your heart says that this is not right, don't do it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that this was helpful, and I'll see you in my next video.